My husband is a young man whose presence fills the house with light and laughter even on the dullest of mornings. He wakes before me every day humming softly as he prepares tea, his voice blending with the quiet rhythm of life around us. Sometimes he stands by the window lost in thought, his eyes chasing dreams I may never fully know. He speaks of the future with such hope, building plans of a home filled with love, children running barefoot in the courtyard, and evenings spent watching the sun melt into the horizon. When he smiles, the whole world seems to pause, as if time itself wants to linger around him. His hands are warm, his words kind, and when he looks at me I feel as though I am seen not just by his eyes but by his soul. He tells me I worry too much, that the world is kind and our lives are only beginning, but somewhere deep within me a small voice whispers fear, because I know how fragile happiness can be. I watch him step out into the day full of youth and purpose, and I whisper a silent prayer that every dream he carries will return home with him. The evening air feels heavier when he is late, the clock on the wall ticking louder than usual, and every sound outside makes my heart jump. I walk to the balcony and look down the street, waiting for the familiar sight of his steps, the slight tilt of his shoulders, the calm in his walk. The tea I made for him has gone cold, but I still keep it on the table untouched, as if holding on to the warmth might bring him home. So many thoughts crowd my mind: the way he laughed that morning, the way his eyes shone when he spoke about a new plan for our life together. I remember the softness in his voice when he said he wanted to see me in the same red dress again, and the promise he made that today would be special. I sit by the window watching the lights flicker on across the street, and every shadow feels like him arriving yet fading. Before I can call out his name, my heart begins to ache with a fear I cannot explain, as if the world around me knows something it cannot say. The night has grown quiet now, only the ticking clock keeps me company, and the sound feels like a heartbeat that isn't mine. The street outside is empty, the air still and cold. I sit near the window where he used to stand watching the stars, and I whisper his name, hoping the silence will answer. But when the door finally opens, it isn't his voice that I hear, it's the trembling words of someone else carrying the weight of news no heart should bear. For a moment I can't breathe, everything inside me turns to stone. The cup of tea on the table still waits untouched, its surface calm and still like his face when I see him for the last time. My husband is a young man, forever young now, his laughter frozen in the corners of my memory, his dreams resting where time cannot reach. I touch his hand one last time, and in that cold stillness I feel all the warmth he ever gave me. I close my eyes and let the tears fall silently, knowing that love does not end, it only changes shape, living on in the spaces he once filled.